Hey guys, and thank you for joining me for yet another video. In this episode, we're going to be making a roasted chicken breast that is wrapped in spinach and then drenched with a homemade cheese sauce. I'm going to show you how I achieved these results. It's all going to be done in the oven after it's prepped, and it doesn't take very long for you to enjoy. So stay tuned and let's get involved with this recipe. So here I have 8 leaves of spinach that's been washed and just layered here on this cutting board. I have 5 toothpicks that I'm gonna need. I'm also going to be putting inside of here 2 tablespoons of shredded cheese, whichever cheese of your choice. Actually 3 tablespoons of that. I'm going to put a pinch of cilantro, and I'm going to put a tiny pinch of onions as well. To that I'm going to put just a touch of chicken base. Not too much, just a touch, and a hint of black pepper. And to that, we're gonna place I have a chicken breast that's seasoned. It's gonna go right in there, and I'm gonna wrap it. So I placed a tablespoon of cooking oil in the bottom of a glass dish, and I'm just gonna disperse it, like spread it around so that the whole bottom of the tray stays moist. And to that, I had wrapped my chicken breast in the spinach and pinned it with the toothpicks so that it doesn't really come out. So yeah, we're gonna put that. So we're just gonna cover that down with a piece of foil, and we're gonna stick it in the oven for 45 minutes at 350 degrees. So I'll be back to show you what that bakes and looks like. So I have 3 tablespoons of butter in a fry pan, and to that it's melted. It's on a medium-low fire and it's melted. To that I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of regular all-purpose flour. So to the amount of butter you add the same amount of flour. So we're just gonna whisk these 2 ingredients in together, the butter with the flour, trying to make a roux, right? This is the base for your cheese sauce. You don't need any clumps of flour, so you're gonna keep doing this until the flour disappears completely. So when it starts to develop like this, where you could see the bubbles and all that stuff, and it looks like your flour has been incorporated nicely, at that point you add your 1 cup of milk to this mixture. So here we go. And I'm gonna mix it in once, and then I'm gonna allow this to come to some sort of a boil before I interact. So as you can see, my mixture is getting really thick. I don't want to add any more milk to it, so I'm gonna add some water. I'll say about a half a cup of water, and we're gonna mix that in just to thin it down a little bit because you don't want it too thick. Now this is super optional. I do like to add some flavor to it, so I put 1 teaspoon of chicken base seasoning. So I'm just gonna incorporate that flavor into this flour mixture. So when you get your cream mixture nice and ready for your cheese, then is when I turn my stove off, and then I add my 2 cups of cheese and mix it in. So my sauce is all ready now, as you can see. It's got a really nice consistency. See? It's pretty smooth. So now that you've acquired your cheese sauce, we're gonna set it aside and await for our chicken in the oven. So my roasted chicken breast wrapped in spinach and cheese is finished. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be removing it from its hot container and placing it into another bowl. I'm going to remove my toothpicks. You're gonna take some of that same cheese sauce that you made and you're gonna smother it with 2 tablespoons of cheese sauce, actually 3. I like to cover it so the leaves get back tender, so I'll put about 3 in there. And to that, I'm just gonna put some garnish. That's it. So that is your oven baked chicken breast with cheese and cheese sauce. So that's ready to go.